Everyone, thanks for joining in. Just providing a new video on my 280 gallon freshwater community aquarium. I've done a few changes in terms of the layout, so I'm just going to show you this in the video. So here's a closer look. Essentially concentrated a lot of the decor, the driftwood, little rocks, but mostly plants, as you can see, all in the central back of the aquarium. My thinking with this was more of, I have large fish, especially the clown loaches, in this aquarium. I thought it would be best to give them as much room to swim and get out that the natural behavior as much as possible, with a setup like this. In my previous layout, it was more scattered across the tank, which also worked. But with this hobby, you always want to try something new, shift things around, and then see if that kind of is something to your liking. Here's a side view of the setup. It's just morning time, and the clown loaches, and mostly clown loaches, but most of the fish are just finishing off their breakfast. That I usually feed them around 7 a.m. So yeah, this is one of the most active times of the day for the clown loaches, specifically. They tend to be awake starting from 6:30 a.m. just right before the lights come on, until I would say afternoon. And after that, the activity does die down. By 8 9 p.m. they're somewhere in their hideouts within the wood structure there at the back. So yeah, it's very interesting behavior. They are like puppy dogs to me. I do have one large German Shepherd Golden Retriever dog, so they kind of remind me of that in that sense, as much as fish can resemble, a dog, if you can imagine. But yeah, they are quite personable. They come up to the front panel of the aquarium, begging for food, and just their behavior, the way they swim around, and interact with each other. It does kind of remind me of puppy dogs. Here's another view of the tank, slightly from the right side. So yeah, pretty happy with the layout. It's mostly the Anubias plant. If you've already noticed, there's tons of Anubias around the tank, with the occasional large piece of Java fern on the left side, as well as this Echinodorus on the right side. Most of the plants are Anubias, just mostly because of the clown loaches. I've been lucky, at least, knock on wood, that they have not taken a liking with Anubias. They don't really try to nibble on it or destroy it. They do punch pinholes from time to time, and that I noticed is with the Echinodorus as well. And I don't really mind that, kind of got used to it. It is what it is, especially if you're keeping clown loaches. But I did not have much success with the Bucephalandra that I had. So that's kind of in a spare tank right now, trying to recover it and grow it out if possible. But yeah, I had to take it out. It was there for a brief moment, but didn't really work out. The clown loaches took a very, very keen interest in it. I think they were basically ripping some of the new growth apart, and the Bucephalandra essentially didn't stand a chance. So kind of coming back to this greenish setup. I love Anubias. I know not everybody loves Anubias, and just the green look, obviously people want to add variety as well as colors and textures, but for the time being, understanding the fish I have, mostly the clown loaches again, because they are the main highlight of the tank. what goes in or comes out is mainly around them, whatever agrees with them. So kind of, honestly close to cichlids in that sense, in terms of plants, and I know with cichlids, like live plants are almost impossible. We say almost, but some people have done it. But it kind of reminds me of that with the clown loaches as well. And their plants, especially when they grow larger, I noticed. Um, they do tend to be a little bit more destructive. The smaller ones are definitely curious as well, and they can start foraging for food. And I noticed this, this could be, according to the internet, it could be lack of nutrition. I try to give them a wide variety of pellets, kale flakes, etc. I haven't started having blanched vegetables, so that could always be a great addition to it. But if you read up on the internet, any kind of fish trying to consume plants, they'll usually recommend that. I think it comes down to also the personality of the fish too. So yeah, it's a trial and error definitely, before you can reach a sweet spot in your planted aquarium. All right, well, that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed the video as much as I did. But yeah, just wanted to share an update after a long time on this aquarium, and hopefully this evolves more in the future, possibly a large tank. We'll see. All right, happy fish keeping. Bye.